Hey everybody, this is Doron, and today I'm going to show you a great social game called SPYFALL. Now, SPYFALL, let's see, it says that you can play that, what is it? 3 to 8 players, 13 and up, and takes about 15 minutes, which is just about right. Now, this is one of those games that the more or the merrier, the more players you have, the gameplay experience just excels. It's a fascinating game. Now, let me show you. In this box here, you have Ziplocs with 8 cards. And this is part of the setup of the game. When you receive the game, the way that you need to set up is put cards into Ziplocs and have them face down. When you decide to play, you grab one of them without looking and you play. That's important, obviously. If you're the person who grabs the cards from there and you want to be part of that play session, you cannot look and see what's going on in there. But let's open this Ziploc and see what's going on here. Alright, so it consists of a total of 8 cards where 7 of them are a certain location and the top card is a spy card. So that's how the setup of each Ziploc in the box is. Depends on the number of players, you just count from the top. Let's say 5 players, you grab them and this is what you play, and you know that the top card is a spy card, and then you shuffle it and you deal each player 1 card and 1 card only. Now, as such, one of the players is going to be a spy, and all the other players will have a location. Now, there cannot be any form of communication between the players to give an idea that they have that specific card. The point of the game is you have a limited time. I think it's 8 minutes or so. I haven't looked in the rules in a while, and I'll explain why in my opinion it doesn't even matter. But let's assume it's 8 minutes at the moment. Within the 8 minutes, all of the people that are within a certain location, they have to be able to tell who the spy is. And in return, the spy during the game needs to either make sure is not revealed, or he can set up, reveal himself, and guess where everybody is. Now, in the rules of the game here, in the middle, there's all of those locations are here. So what I usually do at the beginning of the game, I either put it in the middle of the table, tell everybody take a look at it, so you know, and doing that before giving cards, or every player gets a hold of this for a few seconds to get an idea of the location, and then we put it to the side. And the reason why it should not stay in the middle of the table is because you can tell if the spy is trying to look at it and figure out where he is. Now, once everybody has a card, let's see, once everybody has a card, you look at it, you put it face down, and the game begins. One player asks another player a certain question. That question has to relate in one way or another to the location. So this is a submarine. So you have to ask a question in a certain way that any other comrades, any other players that are in the same locations will get it and give you a certain answer that will relate to that location, preferably related to that location, given the hint that they know where they are. And that way the spy over time gets confused. Now, if the spy gets to be asked a question, they better give a good answer, basically. So I could, for example, I choose a player and tell him, hey, have you ever thought of going swimming? Now, if you would look here, I'm sorry, it's not going to be focused very well, but here there's a submarine, everybody's a submarine, and you see the spy is swimming and there's sharks. So if I ask somebody, have you ever gone swimming there? So the answer could be as simple as yes, which doesn't really mean anything. Or it could be like, well, when I'm in that location, it is really hard for me to get out and swim, which gives somewhat an idea of what's going on. Then, if the spy is not the one who gave that answer, I guarantee he'll get confused and would have not much idea where everybody is. So you keep on going. Now, the person who gave the answer is the person who's asking next, and you cannot ask the player who just asked a question. Now, if I recall again, and according to the rules, is you have 8 minutes. A player once every round, and a round is a game basically until getting the spy or not. On their turn, they have the ability, I think, after they answer the question, to stop the timer and call for a vote to blame a player for being the spy. If everybody basically agrees to make a vote, I guess, and blame a certain person, if that person is the spy, everybody gets a certain value of points, except obviously for the spy. If they're incorrect, then the spy basically wins that round, etc. But the reason that I don't recall that rule very well is because it doesn't really matter. As a social game, we just sit and have fun questioning people, look in their eye. We don't even look at the timer. We don't like gaming that are time-based anyway. And that's really the game. This is basically it. Very simple, a lot of fun. This is a great party game, up to 8 people, like I said. That's it. You should check it out. It will have a quite replay value for a very long time, in my opinion. If this video helped you understand the game better, or help you make a decision to get a copy of this game, I appreciate it if you like this video. Also, I would appreciate subscribing, and remember that sharing is caring. Thank you for watching.